we are back again. And the most important ingredient for making dough is not milk, not sugar, or even anything. The most important ingredient is love. And that's why I have invited my mother today with me, and she will be helping me for making this happen. Let us proceed. We will start with adding 1 cup of warm water, 1 cup of milk, and 1 cup of kefir. We'll stir it with a large spoon and add sugar and salt. The recipe will be posted on Facebook, so you don't have to remember the proportions. And then you add the vanillin sugar, just 1 sachet. Let's open the package of flour and start adding it to the substance. Actually, making this dough is not complicated. Once you get used to it, it happens very quickly. You add a bit of flour, mix it, and then add yeast. As you can see, we have prepared yeast about 20 minutes before we started the filming, and yeast has already risen. The yeast, how you prepare yeast, you add 1 package of yeast, add 1 spoon with sugar, 1 spoon with flour, and then mix it with warm water and leave it in peace to rise. We will keep adding flour until it will be hard to be mixed with a spoon. Dough will get thick. It is the time to add a bit of oil. Don't add the whole cup, just add half of it. We like to use rapeseed oil, but you can use any oil that you find to your liking, as long as it is neutral, with just a little perfume or a little taste. We'll keep adding flour until dough is so thick that you cannot use spoon for further mixing. And then it will be time to roll up your sleeves and to start kneading. It looks like we are almost there. And before you start kneading, add, more oil. And start working your dough with your hands. Do it nicely. And knead until the dough will start coming off from your palms. Keep adding oil. And this, if you keep adding oil while you're kneading, your hands will not get very messy. As you can see, almost clean palms. Just make sure you mix all the ingredients nicely and thoroughly. When the dough will be ready, we will cover it with clean cloth and leave in a warm place for about an hour. We will not make you wait for an hour here, and therefore we have another dough that we have made an hour ago, and it is ready to use. So once this dough is finished and we are done, we will proceed with bun making. Yeah, go in with both hands, and remember to have, think nice thoughts. Think about your family, about people who you are going to treat with this dough, with the goodies that you will bake from it. You roll a dough in a nice bowl, make like a bowl, and cover it with a cloth. Perfect. We are done here. And now let's proceed to the next table. I will take my cover off in order to work here. As you can see, the dough is ready, and we should proceed with making buns. We like to work on wooden boards. You can use any bread cutting board that you have in your house. Just cover it with oil. Do it nicely, yes, so the dough doesn't stick on it while you are working. Some people prefer to work with a flour underneath. We do it with oil, and you will see why it's just cleaner, nicer, and easier to work. We will start first. Let's oil your hands. Your hands should be oily in order to divide pastry. We will divide pastry into small portions, that because when we bake buns, we would like for them to be equally sized, so they all are done at the same time. And I just use my hands, my fingers, to feel the amount that I need to make. That should be about it. And I'll do the same for me. We will start with meat buns. But of course you can bake anything from this pastry. First you flatten the dough. Then you will put in prepared meat. That is smoked meat cut into, chopped into fine pieces, and we add a little bit of salt and pepper to it. Most important thing when you are making buns, it is to make sure that your filling does not escape your buns and they're nicely closed. If the filling will start to escape your buns, then they will not be as pretty, and also it will lose all the good taste that we want you to experience when you are eating them. Beautiful. We Latvians like to make buns in a form of new moon, but of course you can make any kind that is that your hands feel good, just as long as you make sure that your fillings stay safely inside. Smoked meat buns are just, the very traditional food for Christmas, and even if there is no other day that you prefer to spend your time baking, then for Christmas it's almost every family that just thinks about Christmas feelings, that they make dough together and also bake pīragi together. Now we would like to show you another kind of buns that we Latvians also love, and they are called cumin buns. Not everybody likes meat, and yeah, why not? You can also make beautiful buns with a wonderful taste without meat. So you roll them into a ball, like a tiny snowball. You make a hollow place in the middle. Put in some of some butter, and then we will cover it with beaten egg and sip with salt and cumin. Very popular salty treats for kids, for adults. And of course, do not forget to cover your bacon buns with egg as well. It will look better and also will allow you to add some toppings as well. Let's not forget about those who love sweets. And this dough is beautiful and perfect for making cinnamon rolls as well. Let me show you a very easy way how we love to make cinnamon buns or rolls, but you of course can come up with your own ideas. I'm just flattening the dough again and sipping sugar that's mixed with cinnamon on top of it. Then I'm rolling it into, let's say, long sausage, and kind of working with my hands to make it as long as it doesn't kind of rip apart. And then turn it into a beautiful bun, and top is covered with cinnamon and sugar as well. Yeah, and just continue the same process over again. You sip your flattened dough with cinnamon and sugar. Make sure it sticks to it. Roll it into a long sausage and roll it into a bun and cover with. Don't worry if your buns are coming loose. Just fix it with your fingers until the pastry goes into an oven. You can fix anything and correct it as you like. Well, the time has come that we have to make our short trip to the house where oven is expecting us and is ready for us for baking. Let's hope our technology stays with us and we'll make our trip as short as possible. Yeah, the weather today is quite cold. Here we are. I know you cannot feel it, but I can. It's really warm in here. We are standing at the heart and soul of our house, and that is real wooden log oven. It is the best helper for any hostess and was the main helper for any hostess in old times. It is not only good for bed breaking. We can bake 6 large loaves of black bread, 9 large loaves of bread, sweet and sour bread, and 3 pans at the same time with sweet or salty buns. Well, let's see, how does it look like inside? The oven has been prepared starting from 8 in the morning, so it's now, let's say, 11 o'clock, 11:30, and it is ready. All the processes take time if you do them with natural energy. Before I put in my my treats, I need to take out all the coal that has been left from the wood. In front of my oven I have a box that will store all my coal and keep oven hot for the time of cooking. And we are done. I have another helper, and in Latvian we call it lise, and that is looks like a big board that I'm putting my pan and making sure that my hands do not get burned. Let's close this with gloves for sure. It's very hot. Inside we have approximately 300 degrees. When we bake bread, it bakes for 3 hours, and for the buns, it takes only 3 to 5 minutes, depending how hot the oven is. But let's turn to my mom. So this is the result. Beautiful bacon buns, wonderful cinnamon buns, and also cumin buns, ready for your family to be sitting around the table and enjoying each other's company, and also tasting Latvia. We are very happy that we were able to host you today, that you were able to join us, you were able to join us for a short moment of your Sunday at this Christmas time. And we wish you all health, happiness, and safe travels in 2021. And who knows, maybe we will be able to welcome you here at the House of Bread in the near future. But until then, we say thank you and be safe.